What's happening in Springfield, Ohio has really opened up the floodgates to a lot of other similar situations and crazy stories that are going on around America. I think that the naysayers would have been better off just letting us have this one, because now people feel as if they need to prove something. So now people all over America are looking into this situation, and they're looking at what's happening in their communities, and people all over America are discovering that this is not just happening in Springfield, Ohio. It's happening everywhere. As I reported to you all, as the mainstream media pretends that this problem doesn't exist, New York City, of all places, city officials in New York City have announced that they are bringing in federal agents to crack down on the ritual sacrifices happening in New York City, because the ritual sacrifices are on a rise. Are on the rise. It's been happening for years. This is not something new, which is why I don't understand why people are trying to die on the hill of this is not happening, because this type of stuff is happening, and it's been happening for a very long time. It's getting worse now, but this has been going on for years and years and years, probably before I was born, maybe before some of you all were born. It's just now that we have this massive influx of more people coming from these various countries into our country. Now the problem is getting even bigger, and it's becoming undeniable. And up in New York City, the problem is so bad that they're having to bring in extra law enforcement. They're adding extra cameras, extra lights in certain areas. They've even announced that they're going to be doing patrols along the beach to stop people from sacrificing animals on the beach, because constantly every day they're finding animals, they're finding pigs, they even found dogs. The situation is really crazy. But you don't have to necessarily take my word for it, even though all of this is official, and you can go do your own research and find out. You can even watch New York City officials discuss this problem. But someone in New York actually discovered a new area where some of these ritual sacrifices are taking place. Let's go ahead and roll the video, and then I'll be right back with more.
Why do you have the bird?
Say it again.
Why do you?
I catch you when she comes.
Let me have the bird.
But yeah.
I have the bird. I have the bird.
You gotta be thankful.
I know how to hold the bird. Let go of the bird.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you want to show the?
No, the bird is not your bird.
We just found a new spot. This wasn't here, and it's right in the front near the bridge, but back in so you wouldn't be able to see it. So we're just walking in now for the first time. Here, look. Feathers. And then look, Happy Father's Day. Boxes. Coconuts. There's a ton of feathers. What's this? There's a ton of feathers. Hold on. This is deep in.
Dirt and some kind of dried blood on that box.
Here's the flag. There's some sort of burnt in blood, and it goes back. What's this? This is new. There's a hole.
There's a knife.
There's a knife?
This is a fuck you, because look where the bridge is.
Yep. Where's the knife?
Right there.
Oh, shit.
Look at this. These bastards.
You know, you got to be really bold in 2024 in the day and age where everyone is connected on social media and everyone is walking around with a camera capable of shooting HD 4K video, right? You got to be very careful about how you gaslight people in today's day and age. But make no mistake about it. The mainstream media, the powers that be, certain politicians, they feel so powerful. They feel like they have such a power over the people that they can blatantly lie to the people, even though we have evidence and videos coming out every single day. Just really stop and think about that. Who do these people think they are? They think they're so powerful that they can blatantly lie to you that this isn't happening. Meanwhile, your fellow neighbors, your fellow Americans are recording these problems happening every day, showing you the videos. But the mainstream media knows that they have such a clutch, they have such a power over certain people that it doesn't matter what they see, they'll believe what they hear on CNN, MSNBC, ABC, the list goes on, right? And that's really sad when you think about it. I could not imagine being a person that does not have my own brain, that's not capable of formulating my own thoughts. I would never be part of the hive mind. And listen, if the mainstream media was saying this wasn't happening and there was no evidence of this happening, then I would be like, all right, okay, cool. But it's just like, it's so much. There's just so much out there. It's like the people who continue to ignore this and pretend like this isn't happening, even though every time they open up their phone, they see evidence of it happening. This should be like a new Olympic Games. Who's the most delusional? Who can ignore the most evidence while believing the mainstream media? Jumping through fire hoops. You're doing gymnastics, right? You're doing gymnastics to avoid all of the proof and evidence that's coming at you. But unfortunately, this little area where this woman uncovered where they're doing things like this, there's little areas like this all over America. And there's going to be more. And we're unfortunately in a position where we're told this isn't happening. And once we realize it's happening and we prove it's happening, they say, oh, you're a bad person. What? Why do you have a problem with the immigrants stealing ducks out of your pond? Huh? I thought everyone eats ducks. Sure, it's okay for the immigrants to snap the ducks' necks in front of your kids while you're feeding them Wonder Bread. I thought everyone did that. That's where we're at, folks. We're not at the, oh, it's not happening. We're kind of at the point where, oh, yeah, it's happening, but it's a good thing, right? So anyone who speaks out about this, you're labeled as a bad person. And really think about how crazy that is. You stumble upon an area where they're doing horrible things to animals, illegal things to animals, right? And you try to raise awareness about it. But instead of people getting upset at the people who are doing horrible things to animals, many of which have no business being in this country, they get upset at you. Because as you're going for a nice stroll on the beach, you see immigrants yanking... I'm sorry, but as you're strolling on the beach, you're trying to have a nice, peaceful walk. You see immigrants snatching seagulls by the neck out of the freaking air, and you stumble upon blood sacrifices, right? Demonic freaking sacrifices happening on the beach, but you're the bad person for stumbling upon this. You're the bad person for filming this guy torturing seagulls. You know what I mean? It's like people are ass backwards, but this is what we're dealing with. So understand that in my opinion, the real enemies are not the people doing this crazy stuff. The real enemy is your fellow Americans who are trying to gaslight you and tell you it's not happening. And once you prove it's happening, they say you're a bad person. Those are your real enemies. They're the ones that are going to be responsible for our country going down the drain because they support all of this stuff coming in. They support all of this stuff happening until something bad happens to them. But you can sleep easy at night knowing that a lot of the people who support this stuff will become victims of this stuff sooner than later. And we'll see them cry and complain and, hey, all we'll say is, hey, we tried to tell you so. But for now, let me know your thoughts about this down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all very soon in the next one.